material, it explicitly calls him out as the founder of the Pyquant Newsletter.
Ah, right. Pyquant.
Exactly. So that immediately tells you he's someone who's deep in the weeds of applying Python specifically to finance, real-world applications.
So not just an academic. He's a practitioner.
Precisely. He's established in this space, which, is important when you see the tools they're focusing on later.
Good point. That Python connection is key.
Okay.
So we have the leader. Before we get into the tech stack, the what you learn part, let's just cover the basics. The logistics, what's the commitment here?
Yeah, the sources are quite clear on this. The date is set for December 12th, 2025.
December 12th, 2025. Got it. And how long are we talking?
It's structured to be pretty intensive. 4.5 hours total duration.
4.5 hours, okay.
Designed for efficiency, it seems. But importantly, that includes both the main live trading workshop and an interactive Q&A session.
Oh, that's good. So real interaction.
Yeah, suggests you get direct access, ask your specific questions, not just a pre-recorded lecture.
And format. People are everywhere these days. How do they access it?
It's listed as live and virtual.
Okay, virtual. Makes sense.
So accessible, yes. But the emphasis on live suggests they really expect you to be there, participating in real time, building alongside the instruction.
Right. That hands-on part isn't just marketing them.
Doesn't seem like it.
Okay, let's unpack this. We've got the who Jason Strimpel. We've got the Des to 12, 4.5 hours. Now, the real meat of it, the skills. This is where we move past the seminar description and get into the actual tech. We're using this curriculum as a sort of cheat sheet, right? To see what tools are essential for modern algo trading.
Exactly. And the curriculum itself breaks it down quite logically into two main phases. It really mirrors how you'd actually develop a strategy.
Okay, phase one.
Phase one is about discovery and prototyping.
Right.
The stated goal, according to the source, is to discover and refine trading strategies on live data set.
Live data set. Sounds promising. But hold on. Before you even think about a strategy, that data, it never just arrives perfect, does it?
Huh. Never. That's always the first messy hurdle.
So how do they address that? What's the first tool?
And they call it out specifically. Tool highlight number 1, prototyping and validation, done explicitly in Pandas.
Ah, Pandas. Okay, the workhorse.
Absolutely. Python's core data manipulation library. We're not just talking about looking at data here. Pandas is where you wrangle it.
Yeah.
Aligning time series data, dealing with missing values, cleaning up outliers. All those crucial first steps to make sure the data itself is solid before you build anything complex on top.
So Pandas is for getting the data clean, making sure it makes sense, and maybe doing some quick initial tests of your basic idea. Like, does this signal even look plausible?
Exactly that. Data integrity checks and initial logic validation. It's like the first pass in the lab.
Okay.
But here's where the curriculum, I think, shows its rigor, and it tackles the number one mistake beginners make.
Which is?
Confusing that initial Pandas check with proper backtesting. The next step is listed totally separately. Live backtest strategies in VectorBT.
VectorBT.
Okay.
Specific tool again.
Yeah.
Why the separation? Why not just, write some more Python code in my Pandas script to run it over historical data? Lots of people try that.
And that's the trap. That's the core insight here, I think.
Yep.
Pandas is fantastic for data cleaning, maybe calculating a simple moving average or something.
Right.
But building a correct, statistically sound, robust backtesting engine yourself, that's incredibly hard, seriously time-consuming, and full of potential pitfalls.
Pitfalls like what? What could go wrong with my simple loop?
Oh, the big one is look-ahead bias. It's so easy accidentally in a basic script to let your code peek at future data when calculating something.
Using tomorrow's price to decide today's trade.
Yeah.
Classic mistake.
Exactly. Gives you totally unrealistic results. VectorBT is purpose-built to prevent that. It enforces strict point-in-time data access.
Okay, that makes sense. What else?
Well, performance metrics. A strategy isn't just about profit, right? You need risk-adjusted returns.
Sharp ratio drawdown.
Precisely. Sharp, Sortino, max drawdown, all that stuff. VectorBT calculates these standard metrics reliably and, crucially, fast. So you can actually iterate on your strategy, tweak parameters, and see the impact quickly without rebuilding your whole testing framework each time.
So using a specialized tool like VectorBT isn't just about saving time coding it yourself. It's about, well, it's a correctness, statistical rigor.
Yes. Rigor is the perfect word. It takes your strategy from just an idea that worked on my cleaned up data to a statistically tested hypothesis with known risk characteristics.
That's a big leap.
It's the leap you need before risking capital. So this sequence, they lay out data prep and basic logic in Pandas, then rigorous statistical testing in VectorBT. That's the professional workflow.
Okay, makes sense. So once you've got a strategy that's past the VectorBT gauntlet, what's next?
Then you move into phase 2, system building. The goal shifts, becoming broader. Build and optimize complete trading systems.
Taking the validated strategy and turning it into something that can run on its own.
Exactly, an autonomous system.
And the biggest piece of that puzzle is connecting it to the real market, right?
Right.
How do they handle that massive step from a simulation on your computer to actual live trading?
Yep, and they specify the tool for that bridge, too. The curriculum includes using the Interactive Brokers API.
Ah, IB API. Okay, that's the execution link.
That's the final handshake. It's how the strategy moves from theory to practice. Using something like the IB API is significant because it handles all the really complex, messy parts of live execution.
Like what? Order types, connectivity?
Exactly. Order routing complexity, making sure the connection is secure, managing latency, things that can absolutely kill a profitable strategy if you get them wrong.
Yeah, your strategy might be great, but if your orders get delayed or rejected, you're done.
Totally. So the curriculum seems to say, don't reinvent the wheel on the complex brokerage interface.
Oh.
Focus on integrating your validated strategy from VectorBT into a proven gateway, like the IB API.
So it completes the picture. Pandas for the data foundation, VectorBT for the statistical proof,
Right.
and the IB API for actually getting it done in the real world.
It's a very clear, concise, and frankly modern tech stack they're teaching.
Yeah, that's a powerful progression. It really lays out what tools matter right now.
It does. It moves way beyond just knowing basic Python. It's about these domain-specific, powerful libraries.
Okay, now, here's where it gets really interesting, perhaps for some listeners. If this specific combination, the leader, the process, these tools, sounds like exactly what someone needs, we need to pull out the actionable stuff from the source material. How does someone actually get involved? The registration details.
Right. So the first key piece of info is registration is now open. Seems straightforward.
Yeah.
But the sources also explicitly warn limited seats.
Ah. Okay, that makes sense given the hands-on format and the Q&A time. They probably need to keep the group size manageable.
That would be my guess. It makes that interactive component actually valuable. So it implies it might fill up. It's genuinely time sensitive.
And often with these things, there's an incentive to act fast, right?
There is. The sources detail a clear promotional offer, an early bird discount.
How much?
You can save 20%, which is, pretty significant.
20%. Nice. But there's always a catch. What's the deadline?
There's a hard deadline. You absolutely must register before October 29th to get that discount.
Before October 29th. Okay, that's crucial. Miss that date.
And the 20% saving is gone. Simple as that.
Okay, and to make sure people can actually use this offer, did the source provide the specific code?
It did. Very clearly listed. The promo code is just early bird, all caps.
Early bird, got it.
So the action is register before October 29th, use the code earlybird, save 20%.
Pretty clear instructions then. Okay, so let's wrap this up. What does this all mean? We started looking at this Cohort 2 workshop as, just another training program. But by doing this deep dive, by dissecting the curriculum source, we've basically built a blueprint. We've got a specific date, December 12th, a credible leader, Jason Strimpel, and most importantly, a very specific modern quant tool set. Pandas for the data work.
Right, the foundation.
VectorBT for the serious, rigorous backtesting.
Just statistical proof.
And the Interactive Brokers API for the real-world execution.
Yeah, practical link.
Yeah, it maps out a whole process.
I think the biggest takeaway is how structured it is. The emphasis on using the right tool for the right job at each stage.
Yeah, not just trying to make Pandas do everything.
Exactly. That's the sign of a professional, high-integrity approach. It implicitly teaches that the process and the robustness of your system are just as critical as the core strategy idea itself.
It's not just about finding an edge. It's about deploying it reliably and safely.
Precisely. They're teaching the whole chain.
Okay, so that rigorous step-by-step approach leaves us with a final thought for you, the listener, to chew on. We really hammered on that distinction between validating in Pandas and serious backtesting in VectorBT. Now, think about this. If you were designing this, what's one specific real-world factor? Maybe something like simulating trading costs or slippage, or handling sudden volatility spikes that you would insist must be handled exclusively within VectorBT, absolutely proving why just using Pandas isn't enough for that final sign-off before going live.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, what specific market reality check does VectorBT provide that Pandas fundamentally just can't? Something to think about regarding that crucial jump from simulation